Hello everybody and welcome along to my review of Black Panther, the 18th movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Wow, these movies just keep on coming. I mean, we have reached a point where we're getting like 3 Marvel movies a year at the moment, so it's probably no surprise that we're up to 18 by now. And stay tuned to the end of this review because I am going to be giving away a pretty cool Marvel prize, so hang about. Bear with me while I review this movie, and at the end, I will give you something. Or at least tell you how you can win something. So Black Panther was directed by Ryan Coogler, and it stars Chadwick Boseman as King T'Challa of Wakanda, who is also the superhero Black Panther. In this story, he's kind of wrestling with the notion of how to be the best king for his people, and in the meantime, somebody else comes into the picture who is challenging him for his Black Panther-ness. Because throughout history, there have been a bunch of Black Panthers passed on from generation to generation, and there's a certain way that someone can become this character. So going into this movie, look, I had a pretty open mind. I mean, the reviews for this movie have been outstanding. Like, it's got like 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's been getting really rave reviews. For me personally, I wasn't a huge fan of the character. He wasn't really that well known to me, you know, not as much as in the likes of Spider-Man and Iron Man and Thor, etc. So I went into this one with absolutely zero expectations, and while I definitely did like it, I've got to admit I was a little bit underwhelmed. And I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for saying that because there are so many people who are just gushing about this movie. But there are plenty of things that I loved about it. For starters, it was a really well-directed movie. Ryan Coogler had previously done Creed, and yeah, he brought his A-game to this film. The performances were fantastic. Not just from the lead actors, but the supporting cast were also great. Letitia Wright, who played a character named Shuri, who was T'Challa's sister, she was great. She was kind of the comedic relief of the film, I suppose you'd say, but I didn't feel that the humor was forced in any kind of way. She was just a very playful, vibrant character, and I really liked her a lot. The chemistry between all the cast was definitely present, and I've got to hand it to Andy Serkis. This guy, my God, he can just do no wrong. His character was absolutely fantastic. He was an arms dealer named Ulysses Claw, who we've seen him previously in, I think it was Captain America Civil War, just briefly, but here we get to see a lot more of him, and I just love this guy as an actor. I mean, his motion capture work, you know, Gollum and everything else that he's ever done has been phenomenal, but he's a great actor. The film looked absolutely stunning as well, and it was just something different to every other Marvel movie we've seen or any other superhero movie. This thing really relied on the African tribal culture and imagery, but it also made it its own thing because the location, the fictional country of Wakanda, is obviously not real, and so they were able to play around with it and make it this technologically advanced civilization while also retaining some elements of African tribal stuff. And the score to this movie is one thing that a lot of people are talking about, and everybody's right. It sounded fantastic. It was this really awesome blend of modern day score with African sort of percussion and choirs and stuff like that. It sounded really good. And I definitely get that this movie had something to say. There was a lot of commentary in the subtext of the film, being obviously, you know, this is something pretty major because we've got sort of a prominent black superhero, and you know, the whole, well, nearly the entire cast were all African American, and so the film definitely has to be applauded for that. But while it had all that going for it, there was just something about it that left me a little underwhelmed. Now, it was a good movie, don't get me wrong, but the main problem I had with it was probably that I just kind of felt like I'd seen it before. Even though everything did look unique and it looked fresh, at the end of the day, it was kind of like hero rises, someone comes along to challenge his abilities, he's got to defeat the evil and rescue his people. I don't know, it just sort of felt a bit formulaic. I would have much rather seen a movie this significant in our modern day culture have a better story integrated into it. And aside from that, there were a few of the special effects, like some of the CG elements that I thought looked a little off. There was some definite green screen moments that I could obviously tell were green screen, and it just sort of took me out a little bit. And a lot of the fight scenes and action scenes just didn't really deliver anything that new to the table. So while the movie definitely had a lot going for it, and it is an enjoyable film, definitely worth seeing in 3D if you get a chance. I actually managed to see a 3D screening, and yeah, there were a lot of moments that really utilized the depth of the screen quite well. It's definitely worth seeing, especially if you're a fan of the Marvel films. I was just left a little bit underwhelmed at the end, but I'm going to give Black Panther a 7 out of 10. Alright, so that is what I thought of Black Panther. Now, I know you're sitting there thinking to yourself, well, come on, just tell us what the prize is, and how do we win this thing? So for this competition, I'm giving away a Marvel Avengers Ultimate Character Guide. This is a hardcover book. It's actually really awesome. It's got over 200 pages. Over 200 different characters in here, and just basically everything you would want to know about them. I don't know how much you can see there, but yeah, we got the characters, we got a whole bunch of information on them, and yeah, this is pretty much everything you need to know leading up to Avengers Infinity War. That's the reason I'm giving this away, is so you can brush up on who the heck is who. So what do I have to do to win this awesome prize, I hear you ask? Yes, I can actually hear you through your screen. Alright, now, in the past I've made my competitions probably a little bit easy. Not this time. I might have been a little bit inspired by Ready Player One and all the intricate puzzles and things that have to be solved. So here's what I'm going to do. Including this review, I currently have 6 reviews on my channel for films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And all you have to do is go to the description box of each one, in which you'll find a code word. Write down all 6 code words, and it's going to give you a scrambled message. Now, when you solve that message, it's going to give you another instruction. And once you follow that instruction, then you'll know how to win the prize. And I'll be picking a random winner for this competition in exactly 2 weeks' time. So that is Friday, March the 2nd, I will be announcing the winner. And yeah, whoever you are, wherever you are, I will send you your prize. So good luck with the competition. Have some fun with it. Get cracking. I'm looking forward to seeing people's responses to this. And in the meantime, if you've seen Black Panther, which no doubt you probably have, drop me some comments to let me know what you thought of it, because I know, like I said, most people have really loved this movie, and yeah, I'm almost with you on that one. But let me know what you thought of it. Drop me some comments either here or on Facebook. All the social media links are in the description below, because I like to talk about movies, and I would love to talk about movies with you. I'll catch you next time.
Click subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest movie reviews. Skynet will be taking over any day now, so what have you got to lose? Nyah.